Okay, so last time we did pretty badly. We started with like this is like episode 2 of the month, I guess, in terms of the ladder. And so sometimes the way it goes is like I only get 3 times, or no, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's ended short, like before the end of the month, so that always confuses me. But I did pretty bad because we got to gold rank last month, but then I started rank 5, but I only got to like rank 7 because we obviously get only one chance with each hero to play it, like until we lose. And so we did pretty shit despite the handicap of starting at rank 5. So I like to think that gives us a head start. Like the first episode, we can get to rank 10 instead of just rank 5, assuming it should even take a whole episode just to get only 5 ranks. That would mathematically give us the precedent to get to rank 25 then, but it's just not meant to be. And then once you get to like rank 30, it'll start you at like rank 10 or something, so it'll keep helping you. So I am saving the gems, not for this sort of thing, but there have been a pretty good fortuitous couple things that happened. This one's actually pretty fitting, I guess, or save it for closer to Halloween, I guess. They gave like another thing last time that you could pay like real money to get a guaranteed Bad Moon Rising, which is sort of to rub it in my face all the more. The only way you get Bad Moon Rising is if you have either dust or resources that I don't have, or you craft it, or you buy it with real money, all of which are mechanics I'm not going to use because it's free to play, no crafting. I missed the one chance where I could have bought it with gems for like, you know, like this. Isn't it normally 400 though? This is not like the last second one. This is the current one. So I missed that chance, and Bad Moon Rising isn't going to appear here again, or maybe it will. Maybe they'll do it as some sort of Halloween special. Feastivus bundle. Win 5 multiplayer games. Now that's so stupid because play 3 flowers, do 5 damage to hero using bullseye cards. Give me another one that gives me 100. How about that? Deal 20 damage to heroes with Wall Knight. It's like I should have done that last time, obviously, but that shows you that means I only won 4 games last time, or maybe that was saved over from a previous episode too, but I doubt that. Those ones I can't really even do, so let's see if there's any sort of special pack. Feast of its bundle 3 times. I mean, I can't get it anyway, but 3 times packs, including 1 exploding fruitcake mega bundle bonus. Is that the one that's like really good that people always say is like the only good removal for one character, like Infinity or somebody, where it does like 7 damage? Or maybe that's something else. Solar Flare is nothing special. We did finally get the 1 legendary for the smash for the zombies and the Nurse Gargantua, and we got something else. I actually like the other guy better. It's like a 6 mana 7/8, very good value. That's also amphibious. Nothing seemingly too special about it, but I just love cards like that, which there aren't really that many of, I guess. There's no special pack in here, but basically we took advantage of this whole desire to save the gems in my back pocket to buy stuff that I ordinarily wouldn't have been able to buy. So there was like that legendary pack that gave me my second Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, and that cost like 300, 400, 500, whatever. And then the Smash pack cost like 300. So I wouldn't have been able to do either of those things if I kept just buying packs every time I had enough to buy one. And it doesn't hurt me in any way, because like I could buy 4 or 5 packs right now, just whenever I feel like. So I'm not really holding anything back. Like, I just don't see the point though. I'll treat 500 like it's 0, and then I'll keep going from there. So once I get to 600, then I'll buy one. That seems like a good way of doing it. I'm not going to mess with my decks, but let's just actually look at them. I'm going to give the zombies actually the priority still, because, you know, they've been sort of overperforming, given the plant collection looks so good, but it actually doesn't live up to it all the time. This deck is, you know, just a basic buff sort of thing. Just okay value cards, little conjuration stuff, just try to get to the end game. It still isn't really that good though, despite the Dark Matter Dragon Fruits, because, and even this guy's a legendary too. I mean, you got 3 legendaries in there, 2 of which being among the best cards in the game. What was the other one I got? It was like the Astrocado, which this guy can't even use, but I forgot what this was. Oh, in your hand, it gets +1/+1 on the playing gain strength or health, which makes sense with this deck, but there aren't really that many cards that I have that actually buff things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, then you get the one from the hero power. So I like this card a lot. You still have to play it aggro, but you can always survive and win in sort of a mid-rangey way with the late game stuff. This card I've sort of made fun of a lot lately. I just never fucking get a chance to play it. It never happens. So yeah, that looks pretty good. That should be like a rank 20 caliber deck. If you played as like only that one, you should at least be able to get to rank 20 with it. This one I think is pretty bad actually, but it's at least gotten better. Or we have that stupid combo that's like, right, if you, when a plant or your hero is healed, do that much damage to zombie hero, and then when a plant does damage, hero does damage and survives, heal your hero that much. You can create like some sort of infinite loop bullshit that we've seen sometimes. You don't really have a good strategy here. You basically are just trying to set up for aggro like crazy, but then there's some healing mixed in there too, which doesn't even make sense. But yeah, speaking of just like good value cards, how about a 1 mana 2/2 and another 1 mana 2/2? I don't care about their effects. That's like if you play it on an environment, or this is like, it gets even better if it's turn 6, but like it's just a good card, period. Right? Like I would make a deck like that: 1 mana 2/2, 2 mana 4/4, 3 mana 6/6. 5 mana 10/10, like just double up the values. That's all I need. That would be my definition of a legendary card, just like double stats. 10 mana 20/20. Even though that a lot of people would say that's bad because of removal and whatnot, it's still yeah, you just got to throw in that dark matter dragon fruit aspect. I always call it untrickable, even though he obviously is trickable. It's just, you know, the fact that it makes it cost 6 more is almost tantamount to the same thing. It makes it so inconvenient. This is pretty good. We got the cosmic one there. I love this card. This to me is a legendary. I don't care what anybody says, right? Like I'm more happy to get this than I was to get the Astro Kato or anything else. This is such an awesome card. But you don't really have a lot of good top end stuff, so you're playing Wall Knight as sort of a mid-range, almost aggro deck too. Which is kind of the dumb thing about some of these decks, is like they don't really have any. Like if we rate the 3, you would say Solar Flare is hard aggro, right? 100% aggro. You have to kill them early or you're just fucked. Wall Knight is kind of like that, but you can last out a little bit longer. You can heal a little bit. You have a bit more survivability. Then Green Shadow is like upper mid-range, where you do have some control feeling stuff, but it's not quite, you don't really want that to happen, but you can always survive it. And sometimes you'll burn out their hand and then, oh yeah, I have 2 Dark Matter Dragon Fruit and you've used all your removal, so you just can't do anything about it. But that usually doesn't happen. I mean, the pace of this game is very fast, so you kind of realize that very early on, that there aren't that many high cost cards, period. And when there are, they're kind of a novelty that you're not always going to be able to play every game and stuff like that. So like, it's hard to imagine a control versus control matchup, because at least at this stage we haven't seen like anything like that, mainly because I'm not capable of doing control just with my collection. But this is also very aggro focused. The firefighter sometimes fucks you over. This is kind of a new addition, which did actually win me a game. Just they think they're gonna survive, and just you have a full board to try to finish them off. I'd much rather have Bad Moon Rising though. If there was one card I could craft, I was allowed to craft, that would be the one. But that is really stupid that I missed a chance. But I guess I didn't appreciate the gravity of how hard it would be to get, or how you only get one chance. This is also aggro. You have a couple more Gargantuars in there. Infinity has done generally pretty good, but if we were to give them grades, but now I'm going to start to hold them to a higher standard. See, at the beginning, Green Shadow did really good, but now he's started to do a lot worse. Or, you know, relatively, his decks have gotten a lot better. He's gotten some of the best cards in the whole game. Forget about just in my collection. But still, his performance has been sort of middle of the road. He's gone from an overperformer to an underperformer. Solar Flare has been sort of middle of the road. Wall Knight has actually been doing pretty decent. At the beginning, he was like the worst, but Super Brains has done pretty shit. Smash has been amazing. He overachieved with bad cards and bad decks at the beginning, and now he's overachieving even with, you know, slightly better deck, but he kind of earned it. It's almost like the game has an internal logic system. Like, he was always like the star sort of standing out, and so they gave him that pack, but that was just incidental that it happened to be on the shop. But I should buy one of those packs like for everybody that gives you like a guaranteed legendary and whatever, like. But see, that's not how they are. Like, oh, the Solar Flare pack, but it's not the same as this. This one gave me a guaranteed specific legendary and some other good stuff. This guy, Gargantua zombie monster zombie. Yeah, let's look at these decks again. So yeah, Super Brains has to be pretty much aggro all the way. Infinity also has to be. And the Smash actually has some mid-rangey potential in there now, but for the most part, you still do want to finish them off. You do have some healing capability. You do have the Nurse, obviously. This card is kind of stupid. Yeah, between those two, that's a pretty good lineup, though. Like, I'm always so happy. Wow, I actually have 1 or 2 high-cost cards, like above 5 or 6. What a crazy, amazing thing to have. So I should give him the honor once again. And I'll even defend some of his losses in the last couple episodes because he's been playing against, like, rank 40s and shit. Some of this matchmaking is so busted. Not last time because it was the beginning of the month, but the ones before that. Right, like, rank 16 is okay. Still over double my rank, but doesn't feel as big of a deal here. See, it might almost be worth it to keep these because you don't really want it, but you kind of want it because... But no, you shouldn't play with that mentality because you only have one of them and then it's never gonna... Sometimes you're not gonna regret having it. Like, wow, if I play that, I'm just gonna win the game. That's sometimes how it would be in Hearthstone or something. Like, wow, you get your hero card. You would never mulligan it because it's going to have such an impact that you always want it. Okay, we should just go for that even though it's not really doing anything. We did beat a Taco rank 40 guy, which is even explains my title. Oh yeah, sure, we can do it after. Name the band. Okay, what do we have here? I'd like to do that, and then I like to play something over it. This guy's going to lose to a building. Or I don't know how you interact with chat in the middle of a game. Can you? Yeah. He's ranked 25 already, even though it's only the second week of the month. This is a perfect actual thing to use on there as long as he doesn't buff it like crazy, which might happen pretty soon. People are always very good about protecting this. Destroy zombie with the lowest health. We do miss out on the evolution thing there. All we have to do is save like 1 mana here. Just to be able to use the stupid bowling ball thing, which is always what I call it, which is not a bowling ball at all, but... You know what I could have done is I could have tried to play... No, I don't have enough mana, but otherwise I would have tried to play like both. That might have still been more worthwhile. Now you won't be able to use it, and then you play a pet, all pets get +1, so we can just ignore it for now. That's still going to be annoying, but it's not the end of the world. This is sort of a mixed identity confused sort of deck where you're sort of in a position where, you know, you're sort of mixing synergies together because I don't have enough for both of them. So I'll have half sports, half sports, half what do you call it? Pets. I mean, this isn't really going to help me at all, come to think of it. Maybe you play a pet, but I won't be able to. You have only one good lane going for me, which is the 3-5. Look how low I've gotten his health. Clearly, that's going to win me the game. So this is a 4-2. At least all this stuff can be traded into pretty well. Wait, why is this a 4-4, though? What did I miss? Oh, each planet in your hand... Wait, what the fuck? Why don't I see this more often? When played, it's a 5-mana 4-4. Each planet in your hand becomes a 4-4. That can be really good. I'm just going to ignore everything he's doing. And I have to be careful not to play tricks either, unless I'm going to kill that thing. -1, -1. Oh, here we go, dude. That wouldn't even be worth it. This wouldn't really be worth it either. Let's just deal with it. But he has a lot of good cards, clearly. But he's down to 9. You know, all we would need here is just like a finisher card, but I'm not going to have it. I could kill like 2 things, but, you know, kill the 1-1, which almost isn't even worth it. I could get saved by the block, but any... Oh, God. I always love the way that guy looks. Okay, the point is, his deck is always decent. I hate using that as an excuse now, though, because my question has come together very well, but it was a very rough game. I don't see what I really could have done there. Try playing with 4 or less, or maybe I shouldn't give up that quickly. Like, you know, you might actually get saved by that. But yeah, now it's almost not even worth it to. No, you're still fucking dead. Because that's where the black-eyed pea can be really good. If you don't, a lot of people probably would have said, try to like try to use the removal on the fucking whatever. Try to use the removal on the black-eyed pea, but then the Captain Cucumber can get out of hand too. That should be an actual official title in this game too. Tacoslayer means you fight above your level, and you know, like a rank 20 beating rank 40s. And the real notable thing about that is just the matchmaking is so busted and stupid, because it shouldn't happen. It should have a limit of 10 to 15. So on one hand, yeah, the game might be impressively populated and it's always quick to find a queue and easy to find a match, but on the flip side, some of the matchups are ridiculous as a consequence. So there could be a sort of a middle ground that they try to find there, where you're able to basically, you know, even if I had to wait a little bit to find a match, but it's a little more fair, because some of those are just ridiculous. We make it a 4-4, but nothing else is going to gain attack from this anyway, so let's just yeah, let's just do that. Not really too bothered by that environment for now. Yeah, we also have the disco ball, so this is a very cool deck, because it's like you're kind of chipping away at them. You're not doing tons of damage, you're not really trying to rush them down, but you're just kind of being annoying. And so what ends up happening is you basically just whittle them down, and then maybe you can finish them off with that fucking disco ball. But the problem with some of these decks is they do have like too much healing in there, where it just feels kind of weird. It doesn't really... Or even here, I'm playing like super aggressively, just for the fuck of it. Deal 3 damage to a random plant, which is pretty bad, but most of ours are pretty fucking tanky. This should be okay. Do it to like the water chestnut or something. Okay, that's fine too. Look at how much we're actually getting through, though. You can't underestimate how much, you know, you can't fear the block meter the way I did at the beginning. We're like, oh, I'm not going to try to rush anybody down because it's never going to work, because they'll get saved by the block meter. You just kind of have to deal with them. This is kind of bad, actually, but, you know, you want to do something a little more aggressive than that. You know what, though? I won't really worry about it, because then we can just tank this fucker on the other side, too. He hasn't really played anything, so he's got some crazy combo in his hand, I'm sure, that we're waiting for, but that really hurts, because -1 attack is a big deal when everything only has 1 to 2 attack in the first place. I'm never really a big fan of this little chomping teeth card. So much so I won't even acknowledge the name of it, but no, it's like... Everybody always says it's pretty good, but I don't like it. You won't have team up in the other way. Let's go like this. But then that's a very bad mana turn, too. I mean, I just want to ignore what he's doing as much as possible with that stupid guy. -2, -2. I mean, that's all his deck is, I guess. Just like fucking total control. Like, play 1 minion the whole time. And see, we're like farming up his block meter, so you might think, oh, all these low values are bad, but there's no way around it anyway, so fuck it. Okay, let's do this one, and the reason why is because whatever we get could be very good. Right through plant evolution, this gets +3. What could I evolve that would be worth it? I guess that's still better than what I had there. Whenever we see this guy, it's always in some loaded, jacked out deck. Look at the insane amount of removal, but I'm not sure it's still going to entirely work for him. Somehow I'm getting enough value to still survive this. But look how incessant I am about not worrying about that. Like, I just want to go face, and I don't care about anything else ever. But I can't let him, I still can't let him hit face. But this is sometimes what these nuts are good for. Like, just put your nuts right in their face, so they are right in your own face. Life advice to follow. Block your face with your nuts, like your life depends on it. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, I have to respect his commitment to the idea of the deck, but it is surprising that I've actually lasted this long. 100 nut and it becomes +3. Okay. But like, even his environments could have been really annoying, but somehow we're playing around them pretty well. Even the little amount of damage you'll take from that is not a very big deal. And so you get -1/-1. I do have an environment in here too, but yes, he's burned out his own hand though, so is it really that big of a deal for me? Like, and he has nothing to protect him now, so this is speaking of control matchup, this almost feels like how a control matchup would go, just because of how utterly slow-paced it is and how we're both sort of running out of cards in our hand. But I think he might have, it depends. If he summons something big, I could be in trouble, because now I'm sort of burnt out and I don't know what else I'm going to get. That's okay, I guess, but we just need a little bit more here. Destroy a random plant, or like some of these are so shitty that it's not worth it. Like, oh wow, you destroyed a 2/3 or a 2/4 or something. It's like they're not almost even worth using a removal on, but you have no choice because there's just so many of them. It's not overload here. I do like this playstyle a lot though. Oh, here we go, dude. Not enough to get the 3 from the block meter. You have to do that too, and this is a great time to do it. 2 1/1s. Okay, that doesn't bother me at all. Bounces on me, gets +3/+3. Fine. The way that his deck would be really amazing, which it might actually have this, is if he had some really big cost minions too at the end to finish it off, because he would have burned out any deck. Forget about mine. Like, with all that removal, he would have burned out my deck for sure, and I'd be fucked and just out of cards, and then he'd play something big, and I can't do anything about it, right? Well, he's sort of doing that now, I guess, but it's still not the end of the world. Amphibious Hunt. But no, if he had, like, whatever, I don't know what some of the big zombie minions even are, but we certainly have mana to spare here. It's just a question of we should just go face. No, zombie tricks cost 1 less. Does that really matter at this stage though? Because it's fucking you already have like 14 brains, 14 mana. Oh, come on. Why should I be surprised though? Still pretty close to killing him, but let's see what, I don't know what else I'm gonna get that's gonna be that good though. Or I don't even want the fucking hunt. I would rather you just stay there. Remove a plant. Clearly allow it to get some damage through, and it would actually be a little bit stronger too. 210. What does this even do? When hurt, make an imp. Cost 2 less in a random lane. Okay. It was very close to dying. This is a pretty epic matchup though, because it goes on for so long. He's stacking up his own environment. He's completely burnt out of cards. I'm completely burnt out of cards. All I need is a little bit of damage, which I could get. Even the disco ball would sort of enable that to happen or something. I don't care about the damage necessarily that I'm taking from that, but it's just more a case where I can't really do anything about these. Deal 2 damage to each plant. Some of these cards I'm surprised I don't see more often because they have such unique effects. Like, there's not that much AoE in the game, so that should be a really noteworthy one. I guess there's no reason just not to play. Or you know what? Fuck it. I don't even want to do it though, because I want to get the charge from the lock meter. Can't be hurt, draw a card. I would almost do it just to draw a card, but you can definitely slow pace him a bit. Okay, can we please do this? Or let me guess, he'll have removal. What a crazy novel concept that is. Every fucking time, dude. This is totally like a troll sort of deck that I would make too, just to piss people off. But I don't really like playing tricks and secrets and spells as much in these kind of games. In some ways, this game is almost tailor-made for me that way. Just like somehow it's not a game that really, I don't know, it fits into my mid-range preference anyway, where you are sort of playing on the board a lot and things like that. It's okay because I still have block meter charges to get, but it's amazing that he's spectacularly surviving this. I don't think I've missed lethal anywhere or anything of the sort. It's like I don't really want to put them in harm's way there, but it's okay. Let's just farm out the block meter thing and we'll be fine. Destroy a random plant. Don't destroy the 2/4 though. Or is that the best he can do? Oh, finally he runs out of removal though. Good game. Very epic. That feels like a much higher level matchup than our ranks would even suggest, because oh yeah, I forgot even that counts for the, yeah, you'll do all the fucking daily quests in one because it goes on for literally like an hour. Holy shit. $550, so we have an excess. So if I get to 600, then I will do I will buy a pack. So the smash we lost though, sadly. Let's give it up to, we can switch between the two. It's not like, well, whatever. Let's just give the zombies a chance. Let's actually give Super Brains a chance. Kind of take Infinity for granted sometimes, but why does it seem so hard to win like the first game? Like all I want to do is get on a couple. That was a short match. That didn't seem short to me at all, or at least compared to a lot of the ones we see here. Very short. There's obviously going to be bullshit control stuff, I'm sure, at the higher level that maybe they're more used to. Get rid of those two, so just go full face mode. That's also a benefit of playing aggro. It's like it doesn't matter because whether you win or lose, you at least know the outcome very quickly. Okay, that's a pretty good card that I actually do have now. Completely ignore the effect. Like, oh yeah, that one gets stronger on environments, but who really cares about environments? It's just well statted anyway. The trick is just ignore their minions on the board and just go face all the time. Which here, you don't even have to raise your slothful finger to try to click and go face. It just knows. Or like, you know, you can't choose whether or not to attack, which is kind of unusual, but it works pretty well with the whole lane system that they have. This could be a good unexpected sort of finisher. Once again, we're always playing people higher ranked than us, but this I don't mind, right? This is only 10 ranks higher, which is still something, but I really don't like those like 20 plus ranks higher. Just fucking, you know, I'm rank 16 and I'm playing like a rank 40 and I still win, but that's besides the point. Or it'll penalize you the same way, like, oh, you'll lose the same amount of stars or whatever, or you won't gain any extra, even though you could double attack there, draw 2 cards. I guess no reason not to do that. So the chimney guy is pretty good, but now we're kind of cock blocking him a bit. This guy would be a lot better in the water, right? But I can't do that. Maybe I'll put him down and then try to do like an extra attack with him or something, but I guess I won't be able to do that either. It's not really that well statted of a card. Like it's a 5 mana 6/4 even is not that good. Yeah, that's inevitable because he would have done that on something better anyway, but that might have been my heavy hitter. I only have that and like a 6 mana one. Oh man, we're really cucking these guys on the heights. Could have gotten value out of the chimney guy or this guy, but now we can do neither one. I don't even have enough room to put all this shit now. I mean, we'll just play them as static plays because there's nothing really I can do. I'll even just do that. Who cares? If you don't win in the next couple turns, you're just dead. And of course, healing is gonna piss me off. -1, -1. Okay. The deadly is still going. Oh, no, you're still fine. Okay, their Hansley's burned out a little bit. Yeah, once you realize you just have to accept the reality of the block meter, then it doesn't matter. Like, oh yeah, I'll just get through all 3 of them and then kill them. Like, you can't really hide from it and act like, oh, I'm just going to outlast them, because your deck's not going to be good enough to do that. This guy is pretty annoying, but I could do a double attack to him. But that I do like very much. Yeah, you just have to ignore what they're doing on the board and just fuck it. Just let me do the other double attack here. 3 7s. Oh, are you fucking serious? Wait. But it even says it. Zombies can't do bonus attacks. I mean, we'll still trade in. I would assume that wouldn't work, but then it shouldn't even let me play it in the first place. I will get the block meter from that, so that's pretty good. For a plan that has 5 or more. I can't decide whether that really would be worth it or not. Like, he's going to summon something bigger going forward, so I probably shouldn't have even worried about it. But I also want this to kind of be over. So what a perfect way to cuck the 1 win condition type of card that I might have had. We can return everything to the hand, and he's pretty much dead if we do that, right? But he's still not, because we'll pop the block, then we'll hit him for like 5. Or maybe if I could have combined that plus that, then it would have been good. We should just do that, because it's going to be annoying for him to play all that stuff back. As long as it costs substantially more than 7 to do it, which it kind of did. At least got through that. Now I feel much more confident in it. Is he going to play the one that stops the double attack, though? Because, or he won't even destroy the chest, which could be a big mistake. That's actually a misplay. Like, why would you get rid of that when you could just do the fucking... Wait, why can't you play this on there? I forget. Oh, because it's in a gravestone. I don't even really want to bounce another one, but we could just kill him outright with it if we get the double attack. Oh, are you serious? And of course, he conjured that too, or whatever. It still lets you do it, so it makes me wonder, but... Almost would want to do this and then somehow get value out of it later, but... So such a troll that it even shows you that. We have this habit of getting people always low, but now he's going to heal the shit out of everything. This is what? Amphibious Frenzy. Any zombie with Frenzy destroys a plant. That gets +2/+2. Or maybe we should do it like this, because... Whatever, we'll get the Frenzy bonus from it nonetheless. When destroyed, do 1 damage to all plants and zombies. I wouldn't really want it to do 1 to mine, though. That actually seems like a bad idea. For a zombie, fine. You have all the legendaries you could get in this late stage in the game. That one was pretty bad, actually. Another bonus attack. Like, I'm actually getting trolled. I'm actually going to test it, though, just for the fuck of it. Okay. I've never seen that interaction before. Like, I knew I couldn't do it, but... Problem is going to come down to the healing, really. Move a zombie does a bonus attack. So I have 3 potential bonus attacks, but... I just can't do them. And he's going to keep healing for at least a certain amount. This will kill my own thing, so I don't want to do that. Or wouldn't that give you a bonus attack regardless? Like, let's say you moved one, like it attacks here, and then you... Well, you can't really do it like that, but... This wouldn't die, but it would heal him, right? So there's no point in doing that. He is almost dead, or in fact, he would be dead, but all this fucking healing is going to be annoying. And I'm pretty close to dying myself. +2/+2. Let's see. I mean, this was a pretty perfect counter to what I have available here in a way that's kind of just not very fun, because there's not really a whole lot you can do when it comes to it's like a very specific interaction that we don't typically see. I didn't even think I was gonna die there. All right, so we go 0 and 2 with the first two. Let's do infinity in a second here. Maybe giving the zombies the precedent isn't the best idea, but honestly, some of the very good seeming plant decks weren't that good either. So the first episode we get from rank 5 to 7. Now we'll get from 7 to 10 in the best case. Almost doesn't seem like we will be able to even do that. Oh shit, I didn't see it. I was AFK. Let's play as, what did we play as last time? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I think your friend is busy right now. Try again later, even though, wait, I just did it though. Or wait, it's bugging out. It won't even let me escape. Oh, here. Okay, let's see. It says everybody's away, but that's kind of a bug because, you know, shouldn't it just say offline? Away means like, oh, they're on their phone, but they always have the app open because it's just such a good addictive game. But here you have 1, 1, 4, 1 there, 3. Yeah, this is another great value card in that sense. In fact, it is the perfect aggro card because you're never going to get blocked by anything. I saw some other streamer in this category today who had like 69 viewers exactly. Somebody who I don't know. Like, there's only 3 or 4 people who seem to do it consistently. Like the Fry guy, PvZ Tryhard, I think. I forget. But basically, there's not that many people who seem to stream this game, or especially who have a following. That's what I don't get is like, do they only stream this game, or like how does it work? Because this game has such a passionate following, but it also doesn't have sort of like wide appeal seemingly, so it's hard to explain exactly how it works. Like people just follow the category and go by that rather than following people, because it's like there's not that many people who play the game, so you almost don't have a choice. You'd even have to watch a clown like me just because that's the nature of okay, so this is fine. I never really care about the bullseye much. It'll just help me farm out my shit here. This guy could get out of hand very quickly. Normally, I don't get value out of cards like that, though, because people are just going to use removal on them very quick, but sometimes you can get lucky. Or at least the real expectation is, you know, they're going to be forced to use removal on it, so therefore, they won't have it for something else later. Zombie gets +3. Fuck it, let's just go all in with it. But that's kind of a bad play because it makes it more of a, well, especially for that reason, but it makes it sort of more a target for removal because you're committing to it a little bit too hard. 1 health, so there's no way to really deal with that unless I move it to another place. You go 0 and 3 with a set of heroes. You should just have to delete your account right there. That should be a permanent condition in and of itself. Even if you were to destroy that, it wouldn't matter. Deal 6 damage to a zombie here. All imps are deadly. 2-2. There's really nothing special going on with this. Or maybe I should do it and just accept the fact that that's going to happen. Right, and that, well, it didn't really help me at all, though. Or this would actually do pretty well, just because I'm so eager, I guess, just to play everything. Or would almost have been close enough where it would have still survived the 6 damage from that, too. We'll kill the water chestnut and we'll still be alive, but it almost seems like a waste because you're not going face the whole time. Deal 1 damage. You could do it there, but it wouldn't matter because it's like, you know, it's still gonna blow itself up. We're 1 health short. Maybe I could have somehow done that differently, but there just wasn't enough room for everything. Like, that was so close to actually being good, though. That'll trade in. This will trade in pretty well. The board is clear, but my hand is also pretty shitty and empty, so I'm not too happy about that. The game is just so crazy fast paced with all the animations and everything that it never runs into the problem that you're going to be roping or something, or it's like you know, everything's automatic, like even there, because it knows there's nowhere else to put it. It doesn't even belabor the point of saying like, oh, choose the one spot that you have available. It just does it. Or like the auto attacking stuff here. So unless you get some crazy heal, I'm not really too worried about it. It'll still trade in, so it doesn't matter. 4-1. Okay. We're getting everybody where they actually use up all their block meters charges because it's just inevitable sometimes. Oh, come on. You'll still trade in and you'll still do 1. Move a plan, draw a card. Or wait, why would you even want to move it though? Because now you're going to take 2. I guess just... Wait, what the fuck? You just set yourself up to die unless you... Wait, what? You could have blocked that and you wouldn't have died. Or you could have blocked that and you wouldn't have died. But now you will. What a moron move. I mean, not that he would have won because of that, but just he could have delayed it a little bit. Even my only win is because they make an obvious misplay. At least we don't go 0-3. Like, I haven't been this nervous about a 0-3 since Magic the Gathering arena drafts. Which that never really happened to me in Hearthstone for a super long time, but then the last couple years it has. Just because I'm so out of touch with how the arena works and stuff. So we have to at least get to rank 10. I mean, that would be unacceptable if I didn't. I should have gotten to rank 10 really last time, though. Now, you can do the face, but there's not really much of a good reason to do it normally. In an environment, deal 1 damage to each plant. I mean, that would be a good effect, but it's just not going to really happen. Okay, get rid of that. That's just going to charge up my block meter, so I really shouldn't worry about it. It's such a weird defeatist way to play, but of course, it doesn't matter because... Yeah, imagine if I did get that effect now, just, you would kill everything. Oh, shit. It still doesn't scare me that much, but I mean, I obviously have to deal with it. That is the perfect way to take advantage of that, but the joke's on you. I'm happy just fucking around with my block meter. We could actually kill... I mean, I might have to do that. I'll just do both of these and this, or I'll just use them on his face instead. Let's see where the imps go, and then I'll see what I want to do about it. I'm going to play her zombie hero, draw a card, not a big deal. Or now that always should move around. Now let's see where these are going to go, and then let's see... or wait a second. While in an environment, the first time each turn this does damage deal... Oh, I kind of fucked up. Or no, it wouldn't have killed anything, though. You could have, like, just moved that there. This will trade in. Maybe I'll do it like this. I'll move it there, and then I'll kill one of these. We'll sort of trade in both ways, but that's not really what I want to do. Low on cards, but I'm actually a lot lower on health than I would have expected. I do the ninja so I can really take advantage of the environment. All zombies get deadly, that doesn't matter. It's not too bad of a situation yet, but he had a crazy start actually, all things considered. You have no choice but to try to play for when his plant hero hurts the zombie hero. I guess I should do it like that. He'll hit me for 4. Who knows what could happen with these scary fucking mushrooms. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll have to get rid of something, though. So hit me for 5. The deadly doesn't matter, but actually I will do it. Just because you got, like, nothing to lose here. Even if we kill the 3-3, that environment's a little bit annoying, but I'm not too worried about it. We won't get saved by the block meter again. We use that stupid thing, surprisingly. Just, we're playing super defensively actually now. Although he was pretty low too, but you can never trust that that's actually going to work. 2-4 plants here, and next door we get +2, so I'm basically just dead for sure unless I get something really crazy from the block meter. Maybe there was some way to take advantage of that, like if I could move it there, then it would kill everything basically. Let me guess +3. But I'm gonna die before it happens, so it doesn't matter. Damn, it's amazing how perfectly that one would have fit. The hey Bane, how's it going? Sorry, I was AFK when you challenged me the last time. Let's try zombies this time. Okay, so we lost to the zombies. Let's start with Green Shadow, I guess. Yeah, that was a crazy removal heavy deck, which is kind of amusing actually. Tomzilla, one of the heroes I would like to get, but quite frankly, I'd be happy to get almost any hero, period. Just if I happen to get one from a pack, like this deck is kind of aggro. Like, how is it possible that I've gotten like 4 or 5 legendaries, but I haven't gotten a single hero? You would think, just from the percentages alone, I don't know how many packs exactly I've opened, but pretty sick animation. That's the real reason why people like Chomzilla. Who's better, Chomzilla or Rustbolt? The debate that always rages on. Anyway, 6 mana. Okay, that's fine either way. Still not even a bad trade proposition. 2 mana for 2 mana. This is, a lot of these have to do with environments, even though I don't have any or I don't really care about them as much, but yeah, please carry me to at least rank 10 between the plants, which I'm sure they won't. +1/+1. Okay, that kind of screwed me in an earlier game, so I have to be a little bit more careful. We will still just trade in, though, and it's not like I play that many tricks anyway. We have 4, so we should basically just play 2 of these. We'll save the deadly one, I guess, for later. Do I even have an environment in this deck? Because there is a lot of stuff that would potentially support it. George Lucas's inspiration for his favorite fucking movie series, but it was actually based on samurai, not ninjas. Right, like Hidden Fortress. A lot of people don't know that. Especially the 2 companion characters like R2-D2 and fucking, or even the princess is very much inspired by Hidden Fortress. This is when destroyed, so let's just not destroy it then. Unironically, just fucking go face. Yeah, Hidden Fortress inspired a lot of A New Hope, at least. So it was like, I mean, that's even what it's called. Oh, the Rebels Hidden Fortress. They even name drop it. I guess I can afford to do that, but not really too convinced that my aggro is going to work here, though. That's good. We can play the stupid chicken, or I could do it with this. What does it do? Make 2 half bananas. +2/+2. All bananas in your hand, you get +1/+1. Like, I really just want to ignore that. Like, I don't care. If that's the best he can do, I'll just deal with it. Like, I'll really spit in the face of that, and I'll just fucking hit him in the face with my conga thing, too. Which I obviously shouldn't do, but this is the only way I know how to play with something like this, is just full on aggro. I'll still have a better chance doing it like this. He has just way too much shit in his hand, which makes it seem like I'm definitely not going to be able to do this. We had yet another chance to do it, but we'll still go face. Because at the very least, we should be saved by the fact that... Ah, fuck. Here does damage and survives. I guess now we could kill it with the conga thing, but I don't really want to. But if it's going to mean more healing, then I have to. Or he even cockblocked his own thing, so... Or wait. Oh, fucking team up. Everything is out of there. He probably should win this just because of the sheer amount of cards that he does have in his hand. That's good. When a plant does damage here and survives, I mean, it could do damage to the face, so I guess it wouldn't matter whether you put something there or not. Uzami, conjure banana. Yeah, is this like some sort of new meta thing that people are talking about? Like, wow, there's new meta. They said that a couple weeks ago, but it's like, why would there be new meta if there's no new cards or it's the same thing as ever? So this game is so deep and complex that it would take them that long to figure out even what should have been a stale meta a long time ago. Yeah, I just don't have enough firepower necessarily to do this. Let's see if Green Shadow can carry us once again, as he's done so many times in the past, but it just doesn't feel like these decks have been doing that good, or only having one try with them is quite cumbersome sometimes. BM. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do now. Random plant in each other lane, so this is like your Bad Moon Rising equivalent. Or not exactly, it's more like the other, once again, another card that you don't see very often because its effect is clearly amazing, but you maybe don't get to that point, or we do have a lot of times where we do get to that point, though, where you could play stuff like that. I guess it just wouldn't be on a clean board or something. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. It's more like the Bell thing, the Feast, Gargantua Feast, or whatever it's called, I forgot. I do actually have that myself now, but I obviously don't really build around it. It's just kind of in there. Just like everything else I have. It seems like, oh wow, it's a lot better than what the value I would get out of it, but it's just because I don't have synergies with it, or I don't really build it like that. Okay. And yeah, you can't even BM too much in this game. It's sort of BM proof because everything is auto attacking anyway. Good game. So you would be forced to kill them and not be able to drag it out, even if they were willing to let you do that. Okay, let's try Green Shadow and hope that we get at least a couple game streak out of it. Just still rank 7. The zombies kind of let me down. I was even fluffing them up like, wow, they're really doing good. They're playing above their collection level, despite the fact that, you know, you can't complain about the rank here. This is a good combo into turn whatever. I'm fine with it. We just won't have a turn 1 play, which we really don't have that many 1 cost cards anyway. So it's almost the sort of thing where you would do that, but I won't. Just feels bad not to take advantage of the curve. Yeah, once again, that'll just help me farm out my block meters, so why even bother worrying about it? I'll do this for the RAM value, and then you get an excellent bit of value for the conjuration with it. If you don't have too many leafy cards, that one's just incidental because it's a legendary. Like, I don't have it for that purpose. You're going to regret not using that on the 3-peater, and then when I do buff the 3-peater, you're going to regret using whatever removal you used on the 3-peater on the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, which you wouldn't even be able to fucking afford because of the whole +6 cost on the fucking whatever on the tricks. So we could do these two together, and the reason why that's important is simply because you do want that leafy conjuration thing for sure. I think it's +2/+2. I should definitely save that. You always want that combo with the 3-peater, like a turn 6 play or something. Wonder if I'm ever going to win a game actually because of that thing. You think the event card is good? What was it? I already forgot. Last week was the pumpkin, right? So this one is, it's like that skeleton. I don't think it's that good. Here we could buff this, and then we could also... Maybe I'll buff it again just to keep it alive. 4-3 probably would be worth it. I'm more just biased towards high-cost cards, so even if I did think it's good, I still wouldn't get it because I just don't want like a 3-cost card or something. Trick-or-treater. Why can't it just be Bad Moon Rising again? They even had that pack like last week that you could buy like for $5 that would give you Bad Moon Rising guaranteed. Even if it was like for 500 gems or 1,000 gems, I would totally not mind it. This is good, but I don't have anything else to play on top of it. Or we could play that Black-Eyed Pea here as well. So that's a pretty good curve play. I don't even know what this does. Double this plant's strength and health. Start of turn. That is a pretty cool card. Even with that, you're not going to be able to kill that still. So this is like the first time I've ever gotten value out of this guy where he stayed alive for more than like one turn. This is one of those removal magnet cards, or almost like a pseudo taunt. A taunt for tricks, basically. This game doesn't really have taunts because obviously you have to attack through minions anyway. Yeah, they're doing Halloween themed stuff. Makes sense. Okay, that's just wait. Okay, finally he gets his revenge, but his hand is completely empty. This is where you win on just the raw value of your cards. My deck is just better than this poor rank 4s, but I'm only rank 7 and I'm getting my ass beat, so in most of these matchups. Pumpkin, Trick-or-Treater, Witch. Oh yeah, the Witch is pretty cool. I like her. Love her animations and stuff. But yeah, I probably still wouldn't burn my gems on that either. And I'd never be able to get 4 copies of them either. Because, you know, it'd be hard enough for me to just afford one of them. I guess I could do this and then... Bad Moon is Halloween. Oh, will it actually come out? That would be sick. They give me another chance because it came out like a while ago, like a few months ago when I first started playing. But I didn't realize or appreciate how good it was or how badly I would have wanted it. And so I kind of screwed myself a little bit. 2, 3. I don't actually know how to do this. That would be an amazing fortuitous moment and exactly what I would want to reward me for my saving of gems. Even one of them I'd be satisfied, but I almost would be tempted to get 2 of them then. But I won't use that as like inside knowledge because I had no idea, so I'll just pretend like I didn't know what it was going to be. Or maybe nobody really knows and they just tell you at the last second. Yeah, most of the event cards are actually pretty low cost, so it does feel kind of like against my whole ideology of what I want. I would rather take a card that's worse or less interesting as long as it's... Now, I'll play it in the spot that people consider so dumb, but it's okay because even his mouth drops. Like, why the fuck would you play it there? Because now he won't be able to play tricks at all for the rest of his life, and he's not going to be able to kill it in terms of... He's not going to be able to kill it in terms of the water either because I doubt he has something that strong. Like, imagine playing both of these together and your tricks cost like fucking 12 more. I would love to see what you think you can do about that. Or even this one will play in like more a normal sense, but I'll even still protect him. We are just kind of BMing this guy. But, you know, like, wow, I'm such a pay-to-win, try-hard type of player, but I'm not. I mean, you could have even just crafted these. It's not like it's that unbelievable. Like, I wonder, given my collection, how many things would I have been able to craft if I just disenchanted stuff, but it wouldn't have actually been that much. But I like this sort of dynamic nature of this collection where you kind of just, yeah, look, like, destroy his ego. Even though he'd be making the same excuse, like, wow, this guy's deck is just way too good. I'll even give it to him there. Like, if it was me, I'd be like, who the fuck is this rank 7 who has such a pay-to-win, try-hard type of deck? But I haven't even been playing for that long, and I still was able to come up with all this shit, so... Yeah, let's look at it again. Where is it? 3 mana, 2/3. When you play your first tricky turn, conjure a trait. Yeah, that is a pretty good card, actually. It has some good combo potential. I've seen it a number of times. 1, a zombie gets 1/3, or 2, a zombie gets 3/1. I forget exactly what they combine it with, but I'm definitely not going to get it, though. Okay, so that was at least one good clean win. Yeah, now at least we're playing really low ranked people, but it doesn't mean that they're not really good players or have really good decks, as you can tell, even from mine. Like, I happen to be ranked 7, but it's the beginning of the month-ish, so... I mean, I say that like it is for me because I only play once a week, so... But, no, I mean, people who are serious would probably be at a high rank by now anyway. I'm just always amazed at the player base, but I guess it's probably, obviously the servers are shared worldwide and the matchmaking is kind of very free and open-ended. Like, we should just go face, but I'm also a little bit worried about it. Zombies that aren't amphibious get -2. You know what? Let's do a weird move. Like, that'll kill it because... Or no, it won't. I always think it does damage to their health, too. I don't know why I did that, really. When it does damage, it gets +1. Could be a little bit tricky. Need some kind of removal card for it or it'll get out of hand very quickly. Hurry up. That repeated sound is quite comical, like he is trolling me. You rarely see, I forgot what I was even gonna say. Or yeah, just fucking resign. I'll take it, even though he got off to seemingly a pretty good start there. Better not count as a loss like against me, though. Fuck it. I imagine that was just a legitimate disconnect where I'll take it. This is the only way we'll make progress. That is like when I got to rank 20 for the first time, which is like the month before last. It was partly because of that. That episode, we had like 3 or 4 people disconnect. We got to farm that. We got to use our lag switch here. That's a pretty great starting hand, kind of. You could do the leafy thing first and then put this behind, or maybe I shouldn't even worry about it. I should just do it, and then the next turn I could do the combo. This can get out of hand on him very quickly. Let's see. Go like that. Go like that. I could even buff one outright, but I should probably save that for later. This is the perfect turn 6 combo that can be very hard to deal with. Sure you want to let these stick around, dude? He's not doing anything. Go ahead and put the cattail in the water. Should be a pretty reasonable play. I mean, there are obviously so many better cards than that, but... All zombies in your hand, you get +1/+1. Maybe I should just actually do... move a zombie to this lane. That's the only problem, though. I don't want to do that. Or no, I could do it. And mine would even still survive, too, so fuck it. It's actually fine. Very efficient there. Train in favorably, you're gonna do another 7 damage to him, or I guess not because of the fucking stupid walk meter. It's just not a mechanic that I can mentally ever process is happening because it's so fucking annoying and I hate it so much. But even when it benefits me and saves me so many times, it's just like, it's so dumb. Even that'll still not hold it down. Oh, look, we're making people concede. The last one they just disconnected, but the other one we played the 2 dark matter dragon fruits. Green Shadow is so badass that he's actually breaking their spirit. I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your mouse? Or what was that title I used in Dark Souls where it was like, what's gonna break first, my effigy or my mouse? Like your human effigy. This is gonna be probably not what you want early on, but... Yeah, that one wasn't even too crazy. Like, I just got off to a decent start, but... So surely we should at least get to rank 10, but I wouldn't mind getting to 15 to make up for how shitty we did last time. And I am still playing it basically like aggro because there's no reason to hold back. There's no reason even not to go face. Like if he summons stuff, I'll just ignore it, because if he has like a really good high value deck where the stuff he's summoning is better than just some fodder to try to rush me down, then I'm not going to be able to deal with it anyway. So, you know, you kind of get screwed that way regardless. Get +2 this turn. I mean, I could just try to trade into that, but should be okay. That is always what scares me, though, is just too many cards in the hand. The block meter be damned. He's going to need some heals or something to be able to get through this regardless. But there is no Leafy plan in the equation here. This is Leafy, isn't it? But I don't care. I shouldn't really play for that. Or I guess I could just flip that back, as annoying as that might seem. Because I so badly don't want to play for the board, even though this would be the deck that is most suited for that, because you do have some endgame stuff, you do have some decent value cards overall, so you would want to play for board control a little bit here. So you are beating the shit out of him here. He's almost dead. 1 HP with a fully charged block meter. I forget exactly why or how that happens, where it just gets kind of stuck there, but it's not going to save you for too long. And we're just rolling people over all of a sudden. Last time was pretty harsh, but again, it could just be because it's the beginning of the month, so all the tryhards are out at low ranks. Not that they have to be low ranks for you to get matched up against them. This game will literally put like 20 plus ranks ahead of you. Okay, so the cattail should finish you off. Okay, yeah, we're actually farming concedes here. When your board is empty, then you have my permission to concede. Or what was that title in chess too? When your pawns are triple stacked, then you have my permission to resign. Or what was the other one? Oh, no resignations, please. It's a waste of good blundering. A lot of good chess titles that I've come up with over the years. You could do the Leafy one to protect it if they don't do anything about it. But, okay. I mean, a lot of people are taking this very easy. This guy's been the MVP today. Green Shadow, do it for me again, dude. Just fucking go nuts on it. You know, what if we do just go all in? Fuck it. Seems like a waste, but you're not doing anything, so that can get really out of hand really fast. That is sort of an overcommit still, but you go ahead and put this on the top. The Leafy synergy will occur, which that could be a very good card that we get. Or it's good no matter what, just for cycling purposes. It is a legendary. When played each other, plant transforms into a random plant that costs 1 more, which can sometimes be bad if it's like, you know, it would undo the buffs on this. Make Zombats. When this hurts a plant, draw a card, okay. Amphibious because it can fly. So I always questioned with that one card, and I like how it addressed it in the flavor text, like, oh, you know, just when it destroys a plant, draw a card. Hunt Frenzy. This is something we could bait it into that's going to be... You can only play one thing, so I don't want to even do that. Whatever we play, it's going to attack. I guess I could just do that to get rid of it and attack you with the 3/3. That thing is a little bit scary, actually, though. You're almost dead, though. Or it's possible I maybe even missed some way to expedite that, but I don't think so. That's just like a bad mana curve turn. 7. This guy alone would be killing you. The movement would be very strong here too, I think. You do the 3 and the 2, or you could just do that. Bullseye. Okay, we can do it like that, where we just move that fucker. And then get him out of the way, and then you should just be dead. 0 mana. I do love this card. Of all the zombie legendaries, that might be near the top of the list. Okay, Green Shadow is reliving his past glory, living up to his standard now, though. You're kind of less impressed now than you would be otherwise. Get me to rank 15. Yeah, we almost have some gems to blow, so maybe I'll save up for 1,000. I'll save up to get a hero, which we almost could do now. I'm almost tempted to do that, but I guess I won't because, you know, I should just focus on either getting packs or getting some kind of other high value thing, like from the shop when we sometimes get these little drops to happen. Yeah, that little pea pod thing that keeps getting buffed. Again, I'm not very good at remembering names and stuff, and I almost don't even care because I know what they do. It doesn't matter what they call you. What's that expression that like Shannon Sharp uses all the time? It's like, it doesn't matter what they call you. It only matters what you answer to. You can go ahead and buff this. There's nothing really crazy going on. Or no, I shouldn't waste that because I'll just do it on the thing there. But you know what you could do? 4-1. Or no, actually, it wouldn't matter because it would be a fucking 4-5. So it will actually survive even that. That is a bonus attack. Even then, you're still only going to trade into it. So it's not that big of a deal. Like how the plants are always attacking with 0 health, though. Who's the real zombie now? You go ahead, take advantage of the height, and then we set up to do a turn 6 killer play with that. Other than that, you have the ability to... that's fine, because that's not a very efficient card anyway. Like, for 1 more mana, you can do a card for a lot of these classes that can just fucking, you know, kill anything. Could almost do the leafy thing there, but no, it's not like that's even worth protecting. I'll save the buff. Giant zombie does damage, he gets +1. It can get a little bit annoying. You get a random zombie that costs 2. Oh shit. Wait, what? Isn't that a little bit too good to be true if... What's even happening? You'll still fail to fight. He's doing like the most suboptimal trades on the ramp. I have the high ground. So wasn't that like super lucky that he happened to get a Science Zombie from the random effect even when he already has one out there, like the same exact one? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding something about it. Please do that one. Oh, fuck. Now he gets the effect from it back. We can take advantage of the 3-peater here for sure. You'll kill that with the Conga Zombie exactly as planned. So now I can do this, or maybe not. Transform another zombie into it. End of turn. Okay. Now, or no, this is actually still good. He'll do 1 damage. You can get rid of the leafy fucker. But still not ideal because that whole Night of the Living Dead thing, or no, it shouldn't have even happened because there is nothing else to turn it into. Everything else will be dead. But I do like that card a lot. I'd be the type of guy who would use those knights on their own as cards, even though that's not very good value. Now, could this be a game where that I win with this 8-cost card that I keep making fun of? Oh, fuck you. It's going to be very hard to stop him from doing this transformation. Bounce the zombie. You should prioritize trying to kill that, or wait, no, this should be fine because this would kill those. So it won't transform anything because it'll just die. Unless he has a way to deal with it now, which I kind of highly doubt. If I can just play this 8-cost card, you would just win the game on the spot because this is going to do an... Wait, no, that still doesn't matter, though. Freeze a zombie, draw a card. Don't really need to do that right now. So do that, and then if I just get this turn 8 play, you're just done for, obviously. Or this would be super BM overkill. So this one was at least a little bit more in question than some of the other ones, but it's okay. Finally, do we actually win a game because of this? Because that's fucking nuts. Or no, I want you to BM and show me the animation on all of them. So that would have done 6, 12, 18, fucking 36. But obviously not, because it would have to be an open board to do that. Is Green Shadow going to live up to his longest streak, which was like 8 games, but that was like towards the beginning of the series? Or I could be wrong even, because I haven't like looked at that, but it was pretty long regardless. Like, here, keep the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, but it's like a weird way to think about it, but sometimes it's actually pretty good because, fuck. You know, if you know the game is going to get to that point, you're going to regret not having it later. It's only rank 2, but I have actually a pretty terrible hand. And I mulligan stuff that maybe I normally wouldn't mulligan, but okay, at least I can do that, even though it's not the best idea. You can use the Leafy to get the Leafy, but you'd rather have another Leafy to get it off of. Like, you know, you want to get value of both, but you only get value of one here. Or that technically is Leafy. I don't know if I can afford to do it this way, though. I don't think I should. That will at least do a double attack. So it's the kind of thing where I don't mind the removal aspect of it, because you will be able to, even then it doesn't matter, because that's stupid, because you'll still kill it and I won't even die. What did that really do for you? It saved you 3 damage to the face, I guess, but okay, that's fine with me. So let's just go ahead and do, I mean, we could buff it if he's going to play in this kind of weird way, but why don't we just do, you know what, why don't we do that? We'll buff it, and then we'll go up on the ramp, and then we'll be able to double attack into you there as well. You have 2 mana. I assume you can't do anything really to it. Fuck off. Okay, fine. At least he's burned some of his cards to try to do that. I do love the armor mechanic, and I was even playing for that like more with Smash, but in the end it's not really that big of a deal, because okay, now I'll have to play this in sort of a suboptimal position because the ramp is occupied. I'll still do it. This is pretty good. Galactic Rare. Obviously, this bonus attack. Like, is that really the time to do it though? Like, what is the point of that? This guy must be a bot. That's why the Qs are so easy to find in what is seemingly like almost a dead game. So the main purpose of this coffee bean thing is probably just to counter their environments, because I don't really like it much myself. It is good, but it's not really something I care that much about. So we could just do this, I guess. Go for 4. Okay, this is gonna take a while. You do almost these two together. There's really nothing else going on with this. Or you could try to buff this, and then I have nothing else to play though, so fuck it. Move a zombie. Actually, I didn't really account for that. I think most of those options are not very good. That just seems like such a dumb idea. We'll hit you in the face for 5. These trades are going to be pretty favorable for him, though. So now the tide is sort of turning. Probably playing with 2 or less. Okay, that's not even really necessary, though, because you would have killed it for free. So yeah, that's fine. That actually does no damage at all. So now, man, he's got way too much fucking healing. I can't deal with this. You can do this on the ramp. You could play the fire guy in the bonus attack territory, and then you could also take advantage of the attack here. So that's all pretty good. We're in a reasonable board position, but my hand is pretty light. So if he has a couple more heals and stuff, I am probably going to lose, because we're now... I could get my dark matter dragon fruits and they could save me here because it's just too much value to deal with, but Roy plan that's 5 or more, okay. One is gonna be pretty tight. It's a pretty good streak for Green Shadow. I just don't know whether I could buff this dude and you'll be like 1 short of actually killing him. Or, you know, let's share the love a little bit. So we'll do it like that. You wouldn't think he has a way to deal with both of these at least. Zombies here get +3. Who really cares about that? Or just to get rid of the double block thing. That's kind of a pathetic way to lose. He didn't even address what I was doing at all. That's good. Rank 11. See, this is more how it should be, but not to jinx it. It's just like, I'm surprised it's this hard to go on a good streak like this. Okay, rank 6, rank 11. 3, 1, 4, 2. Like, again, it's a good curve, but I'm not a big fan of that coffee environment. It's just not really doing anything for you, but I'm not going to risk getting something higher cost. This is like the top heaviest deck in the sense that Mustache Waxer, when you play a Mustache, gets +1 and you get +1. Now, does he just have that incidentally like me? Like, wow, it's a 1 mana 2/2, so it's a good card. Or does he have it because he actually has a deck built around it? Would be the big question. May as well just do that, but I can't imagine that it's going to stick around anyway. Here's the plan. Okay, here we go. That tells you right there the synergy is going to be alive. I should definitely try to get rid of that guy, but it's going to be hard to do that now. Or I could just bounce him. Or I'll just ignore it for now and then regret it later because... Oh, shit. It's going to be very hard to do anything about this. Deadly, Conjure, wow. What a start by him, though. Do that. That wouldn't even matter, though, as far as the buff, so that's just dead. At least trade into both of these, then it's fine. You have the 1, 2, 4, which I can't do anything about. I don't like how the faces and stuff of the cards get cut off, though, by the sides of the screen. Right? Like, even something that normally would be so beautiful here in the middle, and you would be able to see their full thing. The presentation of this game is actually one of the best of any digital card game. Not because, like, the graphics are so good, although they're good, but it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it doesn't make you feel like you're playing a card game. Like, you don't see the card anywhere represented. You don't see any sort of gimmick like that. You just see the thing. You see the zombie or you see the plan, so it feels very hands-on that way. You could go like this. Should be fine. We can play the 5/5. When revealed, make a trapper. We can play this guy. Kill the 2/4. Make a trapper territory. Does that mean you can make it anywhere, or does it mean in that same row that you play him? I wonder. Or it should always have to be next to him, I guess. So will we be able to actually kill this guy finally? Because his mustache synergy is going to get out of hand. And I never thought I would utter that phrase. Or we could try to get rid of that one instead. Or you know what I could do is I could like move it to the middle and then still kill it. But I can't because I don't have the ability to... Or no, it'll still trade in though. So it doesn't matter. Right, that should still trade in unless he has something off his sleeve, which I don't think he does, hopefully. That'll trade in. This won't trade in, but we get it close enough. Whenever these cards just hang around for so long, it can be so annoying, like Captain Cucumber or Starch Lord or something like that. Yeah, Deadly. Okay, dude. Okay, thankfully, at least he lets that trade occur. Looking a little bit bleak, actually. He got off to an incredible start. I might even have to use the little, what's it called? Precision Blast. I don't think I've ever once heard anybody actually say that or like process that that's what it's called. Zombie on this does a bonus attack. I mean, we do have to address the board, but somehow I just don't care about it. We could do the leafy thing, and we can just let the rest be. The bonus attack here alone could kill me, though, if you just played something moderately powerful. Let me here gets deadly and strike through. Fine. As long as we kill that guy before he gets buffed again, that'll be okay, too. He's in a very strong spot, and I find it very hard to understand how I'd be able to win this. Be very tight. He's down to 12, but I mean, oh, that one looks pretty sick. Laser-based alpha, you get... Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that card, actually. Okay, you can do the 5 to the face, which doesn't actually do anything. This is probably worth it just because I have nothing going on. That's pretty good, although it gives him a chance to do another trap thing. Is this guy even leafy? So it would actually work for getting that synergy off. Whatever that card is going to be very important. 4 mana for 2. Make another snake grass in the lane to the right. A Kevin Durant card, am I right? Ha ha ha. All you'd have to do is get him down to 5, which is going to be more difficult than maybe I would expect. I'm very low. I don't know exactly what to do. 6/6. That's going to kill me right now. Oh, fuck off. Okay, at least Green Shadow had a very good streak. I have to give him a lot of credit. And so let's see what the other plants can do to maybe live up to his greatness. See, whenever you need him the most, when you're starting to doubt, like, oh, some of these decks are underperforming, even though, you know, collection is getting better. But some of it is bullshit, too. Because on average, my opponents have been, like, ranked 30 plus because not so much at the beginning of the month here, but just in general. And just having all these legendaries doesn't mean your decks are good, but it means they're obviously better than what they were at the beginning. So I can't complain about that. Or I've been very lucky when it comes to the ones that I've gotten. Like, one of them was guaranteed in the sense that, you know, from the legendary pack, but it doesn't mean it had to be that particular one, the fucking Dark Matter Dragon Fruit. But yeah, like, look at his name. Doesn't that seem like a bot name? Like, who would name themselves that? GoPro XD JSJS or JSJSJ. Finger's just too big for his fucking little phone keyboard, so he's just mashing it in. Fuck. He is ranked 29, though, so I mean, that's a heck of a bot if that is what we're dealing with. Most of these games don't really feel unsatisfying, though, as a result of that. So even if they are bots, they're pretty good bots. Oh, look at this crazy value, though. 2 mana 4/4 in action here on fleek. Make it 2/3, that's not bad. So, again, this is just a full-on aggro deck because we don't really have anything high value or high cost. This just trade in because there's nothing else really to do with it, I guess. 2/3, that's his only card. Everything else he has is going to be removal. He's like Bane there. I always call him Bane. Bane. Did he maybe change it? Why do I feel like it was actually Bane? Okay, so here you could just double those up. Making 2/2/2 pairs doesn't really do much for me either. Down to 13, my best chance of winning is obviously early on in the game. It's just a question of what kind of crazy shit is he gonna have later. Some of this is just helping him farm out his block meter. The Dino Roar thing is gonna be pretty good, but it's very hard to keep both of them alive. As long as that trades in, it's fine. I mean, it might even be worth it somehow to do that, even as utterly absurd as that seems. Like, I won't do it, but... And even that, I don't feel like is that important. Like, oh, get rid of that because it's so good, reducing the cost of stuff. But you're already up to 5 mana, so how much of a difference is that really going to make? You don't even have enough room to play multiple things, so... How many times are you going to do that shit? Plus 5 health, fine. He's really putting a lot of reliance on these fucking space cadets. Like, is that the best you can come up with, dude? The Dino Roar thing will go completely to waste here. 0-2, nothing really crazy going on. I mean, this deck doesn't seem that good, but it's just as we keep wasting time. Oh, fuck. As soon as I say that. Wait, that would actually be worth getting rid of, especially in a scenario where you're not able to get rid of everything else on the board, so he would have been guaranteed to get value from that. So that is another card I would love to have. Or, again, I wouldn't even mind getting the Knights overall, just that you can play as static cards. I always like when games do that. They'll have a card that, like, generates another card that's super rare or something, but you can actually use that card itself, too. Like, whatever, the cards you would get from Ysera in Hearthstone. They could have those cards, but just be like higher value or something, or like the Lich King cards or whatever, just interesting stuff that gets generated, but that you can't get any other way. Okay, so I think that we're in a pretty bad spot. +1/+1 when the plan enters. Might be worth it to kill that, but it doesn't seem like it would be at all. There's just nothing really going on with this. Like, the anti-hero won't even give me value. It's all just kind of shit right now. Oh, here we go, dude. Here we go. The vast majority of games I lose, actually, to zombies were often because of this, right? Just such a game-changing card. Like, you both have boards that are around the same, like, you're trading in and stuff. Now it just gets way out of hand where I can't deal with that. Like, oh, just stop a zombie player from having 2 or 3 things out there on the board, but you can't do that. Like, they could be fucking 1/1s. It's not a big deal. Okay, that's fine. I guess it will kill the 6/1, actually. But again, the value of this has just been way too much. +1/+1 when the zombie is destroyed. I mean, I'd want to use this on the guy there, but it's just too much. But yeah, he'll keep getting buffed too, so it's kind of a double-edged sword a bit. Yeah, I don't see how he can possibly win this one. So we'll have one final showdown with Wall Knight and see what he can do. Yeah, imagine how fortuitous that would be if I could get Bad Moon Rising for Halloween, if they bring it back. Because they did have that pack that had it in there, right? Even though you had to pay real money, it could be that's the theme they're going for Halloween. And so, because otherwise it would take like a year for them to get there, because we already saw it and they probably go on like some sort of fixed rotation. I don't know how many event cards they are exactly, but it would be like X number of weeks. Actually, let's count that after we lose this, just like, or after this guy disconnects. How many event cards are there? So you could rotate and say like, oh, it was like 2 months ago that we got it. So how many weeks from then would there have, wait, what? We're actually lag switching our way to victory, dude. What's happening? I'm actually cheating, I guess. That's so unfair. That is so unfair. That guy deserved to win, but he didn't. Yeah, let's actually look at that. Okay, that one I call total BS on, though. Yeah, how many total event cards are there? So how many weeks would that account for then? There's only, wait, why won't it show me the ones that I don't have? Oh, I put events. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, this would be at least a year, though, if you combine both. 31 plus 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh yeah, that's over a year. So you'd have to wait. I mean, this series will probably go on for that long because I was trying to go until I get like every hero or whatever. But it is what it is. You can't even see the message that you have, or no, you can't when they're offline. Let's just go for. No, we actually won that. I was gonna say, let's go for fucking Wall Knight, but no, we don't even have to. Somehow solar flare returned. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, see, even that's a good curve thing, but it's not probably prudent to keep those. Like, most people would say not to do that, but man, the number of times I did that in Hearthstone was insane. Like, I would always just keep something in the context of and we're such an aggro deck that you might think, oh, we're doing that just for the mana, but no, we're doing it for actually the phase damage, because that's actually going to be a relevant factor. That 2 damage is going to make the difference. Now we can just skip ahead and not even have to worry about playing Berry Blast. But even if I did, I would just go face with it. So he's going to try to outface me, which I'll just ignore. Fuck it. For now. Although some of these cards are more defensive minded than what you might think. Like, you know, these are not exactly the best aggro type of cards. It's just maybe the best you can do. I still don't even want to do this either. Like, I'll just ignore it, or I'll like use the Berry Blast. Or you know what? That's kind of necessary though, because the anti-hero is just way too efficient. Steal 2 sections from the block meter. Okay. Have 4 of those and have 4 of the Viking guys who steal your block meter. Just like an anti-block type of deck that you would think I would like. I don't really like Bullseye much as a mechanic though. So we're both down to 10, so that aspect is fine. It's just a question of whether I can... So this is okay. When getting an Astrocado Pit 1 transforms into an Astrocado, I can't really guarantee that I'm going to be able to protect it, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. But he is playing pretty aggressively himself. Move Zombie does a bonus attack. We'll kill the stupid 4-2. We will get some healing, though, unexpectedly from this, so maybe that will help to level the field a bit. All zombies get deadly. It seems very suicidal to ignore, you know, the board when he is going face so much, but I almost feel like I can deal with that. That could almost be bad, because now you're just going to block what you were doing. Right? I won't even be able to play anything now. I just use my removal. That heal is pretty important. Or, let's see. Get rid of the deadly there. We play a science card that transforms a zombie that costs 3. You could argue to get rid of the amphibious, actually. But yeah, see how much that hurts me by playing the 2-on-1s? I shouldn't have even bothered doing that. It just drags the game out, and your board is very unaggressive and slow, and just helping them farm their block meter and all kinds of stuff. So that's fine. This will trade in, and this will actually heal me a little bit too. One for each flower. For some reason, I always thought of that as 1 for each plant, so then that ends up being a little bit better, but he's very close to dead. I can't imagine why he wouldn't be, but I should play like as many low costings as I can, or even strike through should be pretty good. But I want to play like at least 2 things, so like let's do this and let's do this. So between all that, you should be pretty much fine. Or at the very least, he, you know, we have 2 strike throughs. He doesn't have any block meter that's going to save him because it's too far away. Deadly, doesn't matter. Can you deal with the Astrocado or not? That's the big question. Pretty intense. And we almost don't even deserve to be playing a solar flare right now. Oh, fuck. The solar flare right now because we have to, the winged dragon of Ra's orb. That somehow is what it partly reminds me of. Astrocata pit. I mean, it's really good with team up, which we don't really have much of it here. +3, +1. Okay. Best case, you'll just trade in, or no, it actually won't. We're both super low, but I imagine he can't really save him. Wait, oh, fuck, I'm forgetting about the strike through insurance that we had. I always think of it like it does the excess damage. Like if it kills something and overkills it, then it does it. Like that's how it works in other games, but obviously not here. So we might very well get to rank 15. So that means like we'll have 2 weeks more. So next time I can get to rank 20, and then time after that I can get to rank 25. Right? That would be the ideal way of doing it, but it doesn't mean that that will actually ever happen. But that would be the best chance you would have. And it's all enabled by the fact that you get like a little cushion from the you get a little cushion from the fact that you're able to start at rank 5 because you get to rank 20, which isn't always going to be like that. Like if I get to rank 25, is it going to start me at rank 10? I don't think so. I think if you're rank 30, it'll start you at rank 10. If you're rank 40, it'll start you at rank 15 maybe. If you're rank 50, it'll start you maybe at rank 20. Maybe every 10 it does that, but here it'd be worth it to use that, I guess, but there won't be any. Or no, this is actually the perfect way to start, yeah. Or you don't even have to do it though. Like I still will, but 2 mana, 2 1 mana. Oh fuck, 2 1 mana 2 2s, right? So that would have been a perfect turn 2 if I wasn't a complete moron and just didn't do that. That could be the difference in the game right there. That's almost my good karma equivalence for the bullshit we just dealt with in terms of like how unfair that was. How we beat the one guy even though I didn't really beat him. What if we just ignore what he's doing and just do like this and this? Right, so he definitely has to address the Dino Roar, and the fact that the sum of 2 of them is very irritating. I feel like I generally don't get super good value out of that, but still, for a 3 cost, it's not bad. By legendary standards, of course. So now we could combo those 2 together. I'm not really worrying about this too much, but it can be good for sure. Frenzy when it destroys a plant. Okay. Let's just do, no, we have to be able to use the Berry Blast on that. Right, so if we do that, we should be able to trade in pretty well. Yeah, we're still doing pretty good, especially if this Dino Roar stuff keeps up in terms of value. Everything will be fine. Not too bad. Now they'll become 3 3s. Whenever I say today, like, oh, I normally don't get value out of this thing, then I eventually do. But, like, this will be the one time. Like, that 8 cost card that I've been memeing on. Like, you never get to play it. You never win because of it. It's just completely useless. I even had 2 of them in there for a while, and I was never getting a chance to do anything with it. I should probably have made a point to try to do the environment somewhere, but it's okay. There's just not enough room to even put this shit. You trade in, you hit him for 2 4 6. Wait, you should actually just win, but no, the block meter will save him again. Because you'll hit through and then you'll hit him for 3. Down to 6, we're in a pretty good spot. 4 1s, unless he has one of the few rare AoEs in the game, which I don't even know which AoEs this guy would have access to. Just, oh, it doesn't even have to be in the environment, just when it's played, period. Even your opponent playing one. Look at that, dude. You're still gonna die. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age, haha. Fuck's sake. You're still dead, though, even after all that. it won't even let the rest of the block meter really process as far as like how far. Oh no, it does, but it's kind of zooms in before you can see it. The solar flare is doing pretty good. The plants are really carrying us today. Green Shadow went on an awesome streak. Solar flare cheated death, so it almost doesn't count, but that guy's about to beat me and then he DCs. Like, that's totally unfair to him. For me, it's very meaningful because otherwise it would just end the episode right there, or we would have had Wall Night to do. So now it's going to go to a point where I'm not even able to play everybody because it's just like, you know, normally the episode ends too quickly because I lose with everybody, but this one, if they actually go on for a while, you might not have the luxury of actually playing as every hero, which is good. Well, it's good because it means you're winning a lot, but it does feel maybe a little bit unfair to them too. That's why, of course, I lose on purpose, just to try to get more variety of them. But once I get more of them, that'll be more common. Like, if I had every hero in the game, you really think I could sit here all day and just fucking... I'd have to come up with some better system of deciding which ones go first or something, right? Because I couldn't keep doing the same ones over and over. Oh, that'd be interesting, actually. With the 3, it doesn't matter because you normally get a chance to play them all anyway. But it would be interesting. And play, draw a card. This is pretty useless in the long term. This is a healing one, even though, again, we're so aggro focused, it seems kind of silly to think about it like that. It's a lot easier to ghost lanes as a plant than as a zombie because you have team up. But as a zombie, it's like, oh, I'm going aggro, so I just won't play anything there. But then I won't be able to do anything at all. I mean, even here, I can't do that because obviously none of these actually have team up. But these ones that you summon can sometimes be a problem. Or at least the other ones do have team up from the environment. This is going to be fine. Whenever it does damage, draw a card. Not really worth doing anything about it. I should just ignore it and go face. Make a zombie that costs 2 or less. Play next to a zombie, make another zombie that costs 1. Wow, what a crazy combo chain there. You're going to be in a 4-mana situation here. You can just ignore all this. And whenever it does damage, draw a card. Like, you should probably worry about that, but somehow I'm getting away with just being super aggressive. But this is maybe not the type of game where you're gonna benefit from that. That's pretty good, at least. That guy won't be able to deal damage. That guy will die. This guy will just move around. When a plant freak is played, he gets +1/+1, moves to another random lane. A lot of the stuff that counters tricks isn't too relevant to me because I just don't play too many of them, period. You can still keep ignoring his stuff. Yeah, see, this is what cock blocks your lane too. Like, it'll just be there forever, and unless you buff it, it won't be able to do anything. This trick doesn't matter. That's not going to attack. We're not going to play tricks, so the most damage we'll be taking is like 2. Just every turn we'll just leave these here. Yeah, he can't play anything, so that's one way to do it. Goes from 0 attack to 0 attack. Incredible. Yeah, it's +2 on his zombies destroyed, but only in your hand. I don't know what good that's going to do him. We can literally just cock block his rows with this. Can have a decent amount of healing here. Yeah, if that effect was 1 for each plant, that would actually be really good. Right, like heals you 1 each turn for every plant you have. As a bonus attack, I don't see why. Okay, fine. He'll just trade in. My hand isn't that good though because these, or no, that actually won't even trade in. These two are pretty much reliant on too many other things. Do 2 and it would be probably worth it to do that. Now, if that thing can't move, will it still get +1/+1 or will it move after? It will still get buffs. That had like a delayed death. It was kind of smiling and everything was okay. for a second. This is okay. We could do like 4 and 4 and just kill that. Assuming that would even be worth it. He's very close. Oh, shit. +2 for each other plant, which is fine because even if it's only a dinky 2-1, that thing's not doing anything anyway. You have your spear, but I guess it's just a cosmetic spear. It's like the gargoyle shit in Dark Souls or something. Like, oh, there's shields. They don't even use them or anything, so they really are just cosmetic shields. Did we find a way to still finish this off is the question, and the problem with that is only going to be the block meter, if I'm not mistaken. Just like if we combine this with the berry blasting, we should be fine, you know? Gotta take my chances, or whatever you get from this could be a problem. Just don't be a heal or something. Or even that's fine, because I won't die, but... under any 3 cards, you do have 9 mana still to play around with, so chances are I'm not going to win here, but we could hope. What it all comes down to, do 2 oh, come on, come on. Does that mean to your face too? Because it should be. You're a plant too. 2 1/1 backup dancers, which you can't even do that. Or one of them, you can just imagine, drown to death there. But that would only help me get the block meter thing more, but... -2, -2. But that's just gonna buff the one dude. Even more. There's been a lot of stuff here that's just been sort of blocking his board, but I guess it wasn't impactful enough still. I have 5, and he'll be able to do at least, like... I don't know. You get me to 1, draw 2 cards. You surely have a trick that's going to buff something or give it double attack or anything. But he'll still let me maybe cheat death again. Just disconnect. Okay, so we get rid of that one. But then we'll still die to the... whatever, that guy. Bullseye Frenzy, Armored Alakir dude over here. The problem obviously would have been the 1-1 that we can't do anything about, but that one was at least epic and went the distance. So let's give Wall Knight a chance. But it's still a pretty productive episode. We got to, like, what, rank 13, up from rank 7, which doesn't seem like a big deal. But considering how badly we did last time, it's actually reasonable. Okay. This deck, I do like the way it's come along. It's just kind of like... it doesn't really last as long as you might think or might want it to, but it can be pretty annoying nonetheless. You can certainly survive some of their aggro type stuff. But see, for example, here, I don't really want to do that because it'll just take unnecessary damage. We'll buff it, but we'll buff it later. But this is one that you really shouldn't play as aggro, but I end up doing that kind of anyway. And you play the water chestnut. I find that playing it in the water is actually pretty bad typically. So you could do trade it in there, but I kind of don't want to. Or let's see, you could obviously just buff that guy again for what it's worth. The heal in the environment isn't really relevant yet to me. It costs whatever, mustache. None of this stuff should trade in favorably for me, or you could play a trick and buff that guy. Transform a zombie here into a random one that costs 1 more, but it won't matter this time. Okay, we're in a reasonable board position now. Let's see if we can find a way to deal with these. They're the sort of thing, like I always say, that it doesn't even feel worth it to use removal on these because they're not that big or strong, but it's just going to be way too hard to deal with them otherwise. Oh, this is that ooze thing that we don't see too often, or you could just be playing random shit. Gets +1 for each brain you got this turn. You could do that, but I don't really care about the heals as much. It's just more like, I guess I will. Would have rather tried to just get rid of it, but I obviously can't. Make a walnut, fine. We let that 3-2 beat on me all day long because of the stupid whatever, just doesn't really seem worth it to waste anything on it. You play both, or no, you can't. Give everything a little extra health, I guess. Or you could just do that, period. You still won't kill that, though. That'll be down to 1. This will be... You really shouldn't leave that around because the evolution could become a problem later. Got 2. Like, this is still winnable, but... Ooze can be pretty annoying. Let's do it, guys. The whole dream come true is just like force them to use multiple cards to try to get rid of one of these and sort of just outlast them that way, but they're not really that good value that they'd be able to. Amphibious, nothing really too special about that. This could be paired up with the dude here, or what you could do is move this, put it there, put that one there. Time to get deadly. Even that doesn't scare me too much because, well, it kind of is annoying though. Definitely makes his hand more imposing than mine. Okay, health-wise, we're okay, but board-wise, or hand-wise, he seems much better. Board-wise, I'm okay. That's going to be very hard to deal with. We could do this sucker. We give these health, just for the fuck of it. And then do the stupid removal. Quite necessary. I can't remember like what the highest attack value overall we've seen is in the game, but there aren't really too many things that go up that high in general. Even like 11, 10 plus. We saw like crazy health values because of that one thing that's like, for as much health as your hero has lost, it gains 1 health. So that becomes pretty crazy. I can't remember what that is. Or I might even have it. The mean streets or whatever, mean beats, I think. Okay, so we're getting him pretty low. Be able to hit him for 4 there alone, but it's not going to matter. He's getting a little bit desperate himself. Or to tricks, you get +2. But I don't really even want to do that, but this row is definitely more than taken care of. This is a little bit questionable. Draw 3, like his value is just too good. I'll never be able to keep up with him in that regard. His card draw, cycling, generation, everything. At least some of these games have been suitably epic, so even if you look at this shit, dude. I guess at this point you have so much mana though you can't really complain about it or be surprised. Overshoot. Core combat here, deal 3 damage to the playing hero. We're down to 1 HP, and the best bet would be to try to, you know, try to deal with this in terms of the disco ball thing. But I could get rid of that too, and the healing is going to be important. And maybe the disco ball will actually win me the game just because of the simple fact that you know, any amount of damage we're gonna take is gonna keep needling him away. The best offense is a good defense. Okay. But actually, you get rid of your you get rid of your fucking deadly on that one, so maybe it wasn't such a good idea. Imagine if he was actually to die to that. Would have been pretty close, actually. What? Wait, what about the block meter, though? I don't even get it. Or, oh, he has bullseye on top of something else. Okay, whatever. We had a decent streak with Solar Flare, although she cheated death because that first game that got disconnected. But Green Shadow had the only suitable streak of the day. So the first episode, we get 2 ranks from 5 to 7. The second one, we get from 7 to 13, which is decent. That's what you should do, at least 5. The next time, I'll try to get to rank 20. But it's weird how, like, the first couple games in these are so lopsided. Like, my decks aren't that bad, but all it takes is one game to kind of fuck me up. Okay, see you tomorrow.